Hello. I'm making a second video because I really enjoyed the process of making the first, but today is something completely different. Instead of a showcase of a Triceratops model, it's a rehouse of 3 inverts that have been on a list of things that I've really wanted to get for a long time now. I say a long time, more like 6 months, because I just got into scorpions and invertebrates basically. So what we have here, I just received from a buddy helping me order them as he was getting a big order from Underground Reptiles and just added these on. We have a Suwat armored trapdoor spider. He scares me a bit, but I think they're super rad, so I bought one. The Israeli gold scorpion and a dwarf wood scorpion. I don't remember all the scientific names for these because they're long and hard to pronounce for me because I'm bad at this. And this guy is actually extremely cool to me because he is absolutely tiny, or she. I actually don't know if all these are girls because they are parthenogenic. Now, if you're watching this, you probably know exactly what that means. But if you don't, that basically means that this guy or gal, let's see if I can actually get a good shot of her, is able to basically clone themselves and make all new baby scorplets on her own. They're absolutely tiny, just the size of my thumbnail there. That's adorable. All right. So I'm probably going to start with the rehousing on a what I deem as easy to hardest basis, and we're going to put these guys aside and do the wood first. All right. I have 3 pre-prepped enclosures, not conclosures. That's not a real word. And this is, from my understanding, these guys are a bit more climbers than they are burrowers. So really thin on the soil there, moistened it up, a little bit of sphagnum moss, and just some, I don't know what type of wood that is, to be honest. It's from the bio, dude. Now, this is absolutely tiny. I didn't realize how small they were going to be. So we're just going to kind of go on. All right, I'm going to go get a straw because I'm a little bit worried I'm going to get stung and then have a heart attack or something. And no, there's no editing. No editing in these videos until I get used to the recording process. Then I'll worry about editing them. And there we go. Success at last. That took longer than it really should have. And yeah, we'll just let her get comfortable there. I'll probably do an update video on the 3 of them next coming days. Wait till the trapdoor actually gets a trapdoor set up, and then I'll show you probably everything that I have because I love them all. There we go. Set him or her, or I don't know. Let's set it aside and move on to the Israeli gold. Now, all these species stay very, very small compared to a lot of others in the hobby. He's actually really feisty. He's kind of scary. He's really swinging that tail at me. Okay, maybe I misjudged. Maybe the armored trapdoor is going to be a little bit easier than this guy, because this guy's being real feisty. Go on. Grab the straw. Now, you always want to use straws or really fine paintbrushes, anything soft. Wow, the sun really just died there. That is a lot darker than it was a second ago. Anything soft so that if the animal hits it, bites it, doesn't have any risk of breaking its fangs, or you don't have any risk of actually harming the animal itself. Now, this guy's going to klutz his way into the enclosure anyways, so I don't really got to worry about him anymore. And now, I believe he'll get quite a bit bigger. I plan on ordering, for the animals I plan to keep, not to breed, but as, you know, pets. I plan on ordering a few tarantula cribs enclosures, for my mantis and my scorpions and whatnot. But the other species I plan on breeding, which are, well, out of what I have now, is the dwarfwood scorpion. That's all I have that I plan on breeding. But I'm trying to get into very small species like Churinus acosta, I think is what it's pronounced as. It's a tiny, minuscule, microscopic even, species of whip scorpion or whip spider. I don't remember. The technical name starts with an A. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it because I haven't heard it pronounced yet. So we're just going with whip spider at the time. I actually have a much larger whip spider than the species I want to keep, so I'll probably be giving him up at some point because I'm living in a 10 by 10 prison cell sized bedroom. So limited on space, gotta make the best of it. Now, again, this guy, he scares me a little bit. This is what I'm going with for his enclosure. Much taller than the other two. Plenty of room for a trapdoor. Shadow's right in the way, isn't it? And I do have a catch cup, if I can remember where I put it. I'm blind. Well, this is wonderful. Oh, there it is on the ground. Because my buddy mentioned that he bolts quite a bit and is very, very quick. So I have a garbage can ready in case he bolts this way. I lied. I just got it ready. Okay. Do that. He might be a little bit big. And again, these are all temporary enclosures, so if they're a little bit oversized, I will be upgrading them in the future, a couple weeks from now and whatnot. So I just want them to have decent space for now, enough to keep them comfortable. Oh, crap. That's not good. Well, that's what I was worried about happening. And it happened. Okay, so I'll use that. As you can tell, very inexperienced doing this with anything that moves quickly in any conceivable fashion. I'm used to slow and steady, like my leopard gecko. The way he moves around is so scary. All right, so I'm going to kind of just drop him in. Probably not the best, but he's probably called armored for a reason. There we go. That is terrifying as heck. And I'll get out. All right, he's very, very fast. Holy moly, I'm breathing a little bit heavy. Hopefully my face didn't get caught up in there at all. But we're just going to look at him real quick. I'll zoom in real fast. Move him over. I don't actually know what I'm doing. I did get a stand, by the way, as you can probably tell, because the camera's not moving all over the place. It worked much better. There we go. Beautiful, actually. I love those. I love the bright orange legs and the slight tiger patterning. It almost looks prismatic, like one of those, I don't even know if that's the right term. You know those paintings in like cathedrals and churches and whatnot? Looks kind of like one of those, whatever those are called, murals of some kind. I don't know the painting style. I didn't pay attention in that part of history. It was kind of worthless in my opinion. So yeah, that's the rehousing of the three of them. Have to figure out names for these guys at some point. And I'll have to invest in a decent camera if I'm going to keep doing stuff like this. Then the audio quality won't be such crap. You know, this is going to be the 10-minute mark. Holy moly, I went a little long with this. But hey, I'll get an update video on these guys in the future and then showcase all the other babies of mine that I have, including my leopard gecko, my isopods, and some other stuff that I'm working on. All right, well, yeah. See ya.